Alright guys, so we're back with a little deadlift instructional video. Alright, so we're going to teach you the basics of the deadlift. We're going to teach you the setup and a couple cues that are going to hopefully keep your back nice and tight, nice and safe, and get it nice and strong. Alright, so Mike here is our beautiful model we have here with you today. Smile, Mike. And he's going to help us demonstrate the deadlift. Alright, so we're going to walk it through step by step. We already loaded the bar. If you're lucky enough to have bumper plates, well then this discussion is over with. So you can load any sort of weight and you have a standard bar height off the ground. If you don't have bumper plates, you just have the standard metal plates, you're going to, and you're starting below 45s, you're going to need to build up a platform with step stools, other plates to get the bar about roughly, I think it's 17 or 18 inches off the ground, somewhere in there. Check me on that, I'm not 100% sure. So, but we already have it set up, so what Mike's going to do is he's going to walk up to the bar. He's going to have him walk up all the way on it so his shins are touching the bar. Alright? Now with the stance of his feet, this is very dependent on the person, but we want to try to get our feet as narrow as we possibly can while still feeling very stable. Alright? So for Mike, this is his narrow stance and he feels stable. Alright? The next thing he's going to do is actually going to duck his feet out just a little bit. Okay? So the reason why we want our feet ducked out a little bit is because then we start to activate a little bit more butt. And the more butt we can activate, the less back we got to use. Alright? So now his feet are in a good stance. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to grab the bar. So he's just going to reach down, he's going to grab the bar, and basically the way he's going to grab the bar is as narrow as he possibly can without getting his arms in the way of his knees. So if he grabbed it on the inside, right, it's going to interfere with his knees. So we want to try to get our hands as narrow as we can without any interference with our knees. So this is going to be very dependent on the stance of your feet. Alright, so in a second we're going to switch to a side view, but for now we're going to keep the front view, and he's going to stay in his position. The next cue we're going to give you is he's going to show us his shirt. Alright, so what I want you to do at home is I want you to show me your shirt. He's going to have his chest up as big as he can, and he's actually going to lead the lift with his chest. So go ahead and lead with your chest, Mike. Pick it up. Good. Hold that position. So now at the top position, you want your shoulders behind the bar, and you want a good locked out position. So notice how his knees are locked out, his hips are locked out, everything is locked out. Alright, go ahead and set it down. Now as he sets it down back in his initial stance. So he's ready to pick the bar up again. Go ahead and pick it up again. Good. Go and set it down. So as you get better at deadlifting, you'll be able to not only get in a good stance right from the beginning, but once you go to pick it up and you go to set it back down, you're already back in your start position. Alright? So what we're going to do now is we're going to turn the bar to the side so we can give you a side angle here. We get back into his stance, we're going to give you some more cues for the side angle. Go ahead and get down, Mike. So now we're looking at his hip position, alright? Once again, everyone's going to have a little different hip position, but also understand that a deadlift is not a squat. That's why they call it a deadlift. Alright? So many people are so afraid of getting their back into it that they'll have their hips down like this, and they'll turn this into a squat from the ground. Alright? That hip position is not comfortable, first off, and it's not ideal for our leverages. Alright? So once again, everyone's going to have their hip position is going to be a little different. But basically, we don't want our hips too high, and we don't want our hips too low. We want to try to find that nice little common ground in the middle where you feel strong off the ground, but we're not just entirely pulling with our lower back. So as Mike gets back down in position again, his hips are in a good position. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to squeeze his upper back. It's going to squeeze his lats. All right, his lats are going to take a lot of pressure off his lower back, and that way our lower back doesn't get roasted. And our upper back gets to play a little bit. So once again, his chest is up, he's going to lead with it, pick it up. Now from the side, you can see his shoulders are behind the bar. Alright? Go ahead and set it back down. So he's in position to pick it back up, his lats are tight, his chest is up, and he picks it up. Good. Really good. Go ahead and relax for a second. So the key to the deadlift is to try to get in the finished position of the deadlift during the start. All right, does that make sense? So go ahead and get back down in position. So look at, stand up for a second. Look, this is his finished position, right? His chest is upright, he's in his finished position. As he gets down into his stance, go ahead and get down. We want to try to get this as close to the finished position as we can. So if we look at something that's not a good position, go ahead and kick over the bar. Yeah, go like this. So that's as far away from the start position as we can get, is when you're right on top of the bar. All if he just simply lifts his chest up, it's that position. He's so much closer to his finished position that if you watch his chest, go ahead and pick it up. It looks very smooth and it looks very easy. All right, go ahead and set it down. So that's the basics of the deadlift. That is that's a good starting point for your setup, and it's going to help keep your back safe. It's going to help get it strong, and most importantly, you're going to be able to pick up a lot of weight. All right, you're welcome.